here with us Dr. A.V. Prasad. He is currently working as an assistant advisor in National Assessment and Accreditation Council, Bangalore, a postgraduate from Faculty of Statistics from Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati. Dr. Prasad, apologies, we are having some. Moving over to our next session, the session will be delivered by Dr. E.V. Prasad. As I was introducing him, he has completed his doctorate degree in statistics, received gold medal and several other prizes also. During his research program, he has been awarded the DST Inspire Fellow and published 8 international research papers. He has also published several papers in Journal of National and International Repute in last 6 years. He joined the NAC in the year 2017 and has 3 years of experience in assessment and accreditation process. Dr. Prasad has coordinated more than 190 colleges for accreditation. With his rich experience in statistics, he has extensively used the NAC data for fine-tuning the revised accreditation methodology of NAC. He is one of the officers who is coordinating the state for Western region comprising Goa, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. Sir will be taking up session on on-site peer team visit and assessment outcome. Over to you, sir. Please.
Thank you, madam. Namaste. Let me share the screen. Are you able to see my screen, madam?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. Now I would like to discuss with you on peer team visit, logistics and assessment outcome document. So the institutions who are pre-qualified after completion of the DV process, such institutions only are eligible for taking up the peer team visit. So after completion of DV process, if the institution is not pre-qualified, means in the overall quantitative metrics, if an institution scores less than 25% of total weighted score, such institutions will be considered as not pre-qualified. They can apply after 6 months from the date of declaration of pre-qualification for the A&A process starting through IAQA. So now we'll discuss the components regarding the peer team visit. So during the peer team visit, the assessment will happen on the qualitative aspects of the self-study report, and the assessment will be done by the renowned academicians across the country. It will have a significance as well as the impact of various processes of academic activities and administrative procedures of the institutions. So the aspects which cannot be quantified and evaluated, those qualitative aspects will be assessed during the on-site peer team visit. After completion of the peer team visit, the institution will get the peer team report, which comprises of analysis of various qualitative aspects, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, challenges of the institution, and as well as the suggestions for improving quality in academic and administrative procedures of the institution given by the peer team members. So what are the requirements to be given on the HEA portal from the institution side? After completion of DA process, an auto-generated email will be sent to the institution for payment, second installment of fees as well as logistics fees and others. So once you receive the email, you have to log into your portal and you can select the 3 slots of dates. One slot will contain 2 dates, 2 days, 19, 20 December or 21st, 22nd January. Like that, you can select 3 slots of 2 days each. And also you have to mention the details of nearest airport, railway station, distance from the college, etc. And details of 3 choices of nearby hotels, distance from the airport, railway station to the college, etc. After giving all the details, you have to pay the second installment of self-study report fees and the logistics fees through the HA portal only. And after filling all these things, you have to submit, you have to click the submit button within 10 to 15 days from the date of declaration of pre-qualification. But now in this COVID situation, we have relaxed the timeline. You can resume the you can pay the second installment of fees and logistics fees once you start your college after the as per your government orders or affiliating university order, you can take your time 1 month or 2 months, then you can submit all these things on your HA portal. Now coming to the composition of the peer team and duration of the peer team visits, etc. Normally the peer team will be the 3-member team will come and visit the institution. One chairperson, one member coordinator, and one member will be there. And usually chairperson will be a vice chancellor of accredited university, and member coordinator and member will be either professor of university or a principal of a college. If principal of a college is senior most person and is having experience in the accreditation process than the professor, then the principal may become the member coordinator, and the member become professor of university. In other cases, if professor is having more experience in the assessment accreditation process, then he will become the member coordinator and member will be the principal of the college. Like that, it will be segregation will happen, and all 3 members will come from different states, different subjects and faculty. And in some cases, one observer also will be sent by NAC to see the quantitative metrics and to oversee the peer team visit, how it's happening and all. Only in some cases, not all cases. And for colleges, the peer team visit will be for 2 days. The finalized dates for the visit will be visible on the portal once it is accepted by the competent authority, and the details of the peer team members will be visible on the HCA portal only 3 days before the visit. And the tentative visit schedule will be sent to the college by NAC through the coordinator from NAC office. Some important points to be noted here are no money transaction will be allowed by any means between the peer team members and the college. All the logistics arrangements, flights booking or trains booking or whatever it is, or hotel bookings in the locality, all these logistics arrangements will be done by NAC only. But the college has to take care the local transportation from the airport to the hotel to college and return. Only this local transportation the college has to arrange. Payment of remuneration, traveling allowance and others to the peer team members will be done by NAC only. No hard copies will be sent to the college with regard to peer team visit, and no communication will be allowed between the members and college till 3 days before the visit. Once you receive the details of the members, then only you can communicate. But prior to that, you should not communicate to the members by any means. What will happen during the visit? Suppose tomorrow is the first day of the visit. Today evening, pre-visit meeting will happen. During the pre-visit meeting, preparation and finalization of the visit schedule will happen by the PAT members in consultation with the principal of the college as well as the IQAC coordinator of the college. So during the first day of the visit, PowerPoint presentation by the head of the institution, IQAC coordinator, heads of various departments, and all these presentations should include all the qualitative aspects of the self-study report. Means what are the programs, activities you are doing for the slow learner students, slow learners, advanced learners, and how the continuous internal evaluation will be done. So all these things, all these qualitative aspects, you have to present in the PowerPoint presentations. And after that, interaction with the faculty members, teaching staff will happen in the first day. After that, PRT members will visit various departments, physical facilities, academic support facilities, laboratories, etc. in the college. And visit to at least 50% of the departments is mandatory. And out of the total departments, 25% of the departments will be chosen by the members, and remaining 25% of departments will be chosen by the institution. So that total 50% of departments will be covered during the PA team visit. That is minimum. If the PA team members wants to visit all the departments, then they have the right and they can go and visit all the departments of the institution. And during the visit to institution, the PRT members will check the documentary evidences for the qualitative metrics which are available at the institution. On the second day, the visit to various departments, facilities and labs will continue along with the checking of various documentary evidences for the qualitative metrics. After completion of this, they will interact with non-teaching staff, parents, alumni, students, etc. Then they will prepare a draft peer team report. For that, it is requested to provide a laptop or computer or a print, and as well as printer, internet facilities, stationery, etc. After preparing the draft peer team report, it will be shared to the head of the institution for any modification if it is required. But peer team members may or may not consider this modification as suggested by the head of the institution. It is just for the information. This is the draft peer team report prepared by the peer team members. After that, the peer team members will finalize the report and they will keep. And during the after that, exit meeting will happen. During the exit meeting, head of the institution, 3 peer team members, NAC officer, observer, IQC coordinator will be on the dais. They will share the experiences on the visit by the head of the institution as well as chairperson of the committee. And the exit meeting will end by the concluding remarks. And after the exit meeting, peer team members will upload the peer team report and scores for all the qualitative metrics on the portal only. But they are having their own Assessor portal. Using their portal, they will upload the report. And peer team report which is given during the exit meeting should be open only after declaration of the results by NAC office. After completion of the peer team visit, within 30 days, the results will be declared and the results will be declared on your HEA portal only. You can see the result, and the result you can see in the form of assessment outcome document. So this assessment outcome document contains 3 parts. First one is peer team report. Second one is graphical representation. Third one is institutional grade sheet. So the first part peer team report contains comprehensive criterion-wise analysis, SWOT analysis, as well as the recommendations for further improvement. The second part contains the graphical representation on institutions' performance on qualitative and quantitative aspects. This includes graphical representation, means depiction of various quantitative metrics, qualitative metrics. What are the high performance key indicators, low average performance key indicators. So all these things graphically you can have a look on the assessment outcome document. Along with that, the third part is the institutional grade sheet. Grade sheet will contain the cumulative score for each key indicator, for each criterion, as well as you can see the overall CGPA as well as the grade. The NAC accreditation certificate will be posted by NAC office, and this assessment outcome document has to be hosted on the institutional website, which is mandatory. So this is the grading pattern adopted by NAC. An institution scores more than 3.51 and above, then only it will be considered as the A++ institution. And an institution scores less than 1.51, less than or equal to 1.50, it will be considered as assessed but not found eligible for the accreditation, which will be considered as a D grade, and hence it is not accredited. I will show a glance on the graphical representation of the assessment outcome document. This is how you can see the assessment outcome document, second part. So with this, you can understand in which key indicator an improvement is required, which key indicator low performance is there, which key indicator high performance is there. And on an average score also is there according to various qualitative and quantitative metrics. Segregation of high performance key indicators, average performance, and as well as the low performance key indicators, so that you can plan accordingly in that particular area. Along with that, you can have a idea on the criterion wise scores, broad scores. You can have a look, and metric wise also, quantitative metric wise also, you can have a look on the improvement or where you are performing good or other things. After accreditation, if you are not satisfied with the CGPA or grade, if you have any grievances, you can submit your appeals application within 30 days from the date of declaration of results on your HA portal. Suppose if you are satisfied with the CGPA and grade, and if you want to make an improvement in the CGPA and grade, you can apply for the reassessment only after 1 year, but before 3 years, you can apply for the reassessment process. And most importantly, regular and timely submission of AQR on the HA portal is mandatory. For every year, you have to submit, starting from the academic year in which the result is declared. You have to submit the annual quality assurance report, so that continuous monitoring of the quality of the institution will be done by NAC. If you have any doubts or queries at any step of A&A process or during the AQR submission, you can visit your HA portal and you can write the query in the description box, it will be resolved at the earliest. Thank you. Over to the host, please. Madam, Dr. Tejal, madam, presentation is completed.
Hello. Yes, sir. Thank you
Yes.
so much for such an informative session. Yes, Ruby.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for such an informative session and
Thank you.
what to expect when on-site review is taking place, how to prepare for it. That was indeed and elaborated details of it. We have one question from our participant. After pre-qualifier approval, peer team visit is to be completed within how much duration, sir?
Yes, madam. The peer team visit should complete within 3 months. Within 3 months from the date of declaration of pre-qualification, that is the rule. But in this COVID situation, we have relaxed. Once the normal functioning of the college happens, you can complete the peer team visit. I request Dr. Ganesh Desar to throw the light more, if any.
It is 2 to 3 months, no problem, because we are doing some relaxation.
Yes, sir. We have one more question. In criteria 7, apart from solar energy, which are the alternate energy initiatives?
Madam, this alternative energy initiatives may be changed in the revised manual, I suppose, madam. Maybe changed in the revised manual to something means relevance only. It might have changed. All the options are given in the manual only. In those options, you can see if your college is following. You can have a look on that. Dr. Ganesh Desar will inform you. Kindly wait.
Just to share with you that the NAC is asked one question on the quality audits on environmental energy and are regularly undertaken by the institution. This is the new manual question. This is 7.1.6. Now, green audit, energy audit, environmental audit, clean and green campus recognized bar awards, beyond campus environmental promotional activities. Now, green audit, energy audit, you will be able to understand. But the clean and green campus recognition awards, as per the UGC, whether you are स्वच्छ भारत अभियान के लिए आपने UGC में अप्लाई किया है क्या, या तो UGC ने आपको कमिटी भेजा है क्या, उसका बारे में कोई अवार्ड वगैरह दिया है क्या? Otherwise, in some state government has taken an initiative for this clean and green campus of the HES. If that is the award has been given by the state, then that is also fine. Otherwise, if suppose some university your affiliating university has taken something like that way, if there is there, you can just give the recognition.
Yes, sir. I hope the participants' doubt must have been cleared up. Thank you, Prasad sir, for such an informative session. We have now come towards the end juncture of this one-day webinar session. I thank all the speakers and delegates for the interactive session. I request all the delegates to fill up the attendance and feedback link that has been shared in their groups. Updates regarding the certificates of participation will be given in the same WhatsApp group. Stay tuned to it. Have a good day ahead. Thank you. At last, I request Dr. Kalpana Patel to please give vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. Coming to the end of the webinar, on behalf of Anand Pharmacy College and Sri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, I would like to Sir Shirish Kulkarni sir, Vice Chancellor, Sardar Patel University, Shri Dr. Ganesh Hegde sir, Advisor, NAC from Bangalore, Srimati Jyotsna Ben Patel, Honorary Secretary, Shri Hemant Bhai Patel, President, Shri Ramakrishna Seva Mandal, who were with us at the inaugural function for gracing today's occasion. My special thanks to our learned speakers. First of all, Dr. Ganesh Hegde sir, who had given us in-depth information related to the SSR preparation, including highlights of all the 7 criteria which we should put up in the SSR preparation and submission related to IIQA. Dr. Devender Kode sir, he presented us with the details related to data validation and verification and how to go ahead with that. Dr. Leena Dahane ma'am for giving us in-depth information related to SSS, that is Student Satisfaction Survey, and how many entries we need to put up, and when the Student Satisfaction Survey will be called as approved. We had got in-depth information related to that. And lastly, Dr. A.V. Prasad sir had given us information related to online peer team visit and related to outcome assessment. So I'm sure that all the participants must have been benefited in terms of how to go ahead with the process of NAAC accreditation. So thank you all once again, sir. I also thank Dr. Tejal Gandhi ma'am, Principal and Professor Anand Pharmacy College for great support and encouragement for organizing this webinar. I'm also very much thankful to all my colleagues and coordinators, Dr. Hardik, Dr. Chetna, Mr. Kiran, Mr. Harmesh from IT department for providing support and assistance to all the participants at every stage of the event. I would like to acknowledge and thanks Ms. Ruby Christian for coordinating the sessions. I'm also deeply thankful all delegates for active participation and feedback, which always inspires us to organize more and more such in the future. Thank you all once again. Stay home, stay safe. Best wishes and thank you. Thank you, sir. Ganesh, sir, thank you.
Thank you, madam. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, sir. Dhanyawad. Dhanyawad. I think we can take, all of you can put their video on, so we can take one pic or
all the participants.
All participants
are requested to turn on their video.
Kindly requesting all of you to turn on your video. So all of you, please. Yes, Chetna, I think it's done. Yes, yes. Thank you all once again. Have a nice day.
This will be ending our webinar. Thank you once again. Thank you.